Kia ora, in the news today, drugs and alcohol are getting the blame for 2 black marks in otherwise positive crime statistics. While overall recorded crime has dropped by 5.8%, sexual assaults are up by over 12% and dangerous acts are up by over 17%. Police Minister Judith Collins says advice from police is that this is being driven by alcohol and drug abuse. However, she's welcoming falls in crime in other areas, particularly around family violence. 34 murders were recorded in the year to June, and that's the lowest figure that it's been in 25 years. The Defence Forces will undergo a major revamp over the next 4 years, which will see them reshaped into a joint amphibious task force that will enable the Army to deploy more people for longer in combat situations. It includes an upgrade of the Sea Sprite helicopters, a systems upgrade for the Navy's frigates, extra pilot training, as well as a Special Forces battle training facility. Defence Minister Wayne Mapp says the projects won't require extra funding. The body of Lance Corporal Leon Smith is expected home within the next few days. The SAS soldier was shot during a raid just outside the Afghan capital of Kabul last week. A defence spokesman has confirmed that a closed service will be held with the SAS first, then Lance Corporal Smith's body will be returned to his family for a private funeral. The Prime Minister doesn't expect National's massive lead in the opinion polls to remain at its current level. 3 separate polls released since late last week have National leading Labour by over 25 points. Mr John Key says polls always move around and he believes that the gap will narrow as the election approaches. Dan Carter has fronted to the media with an honest and moving update about the abrupt end to his World Cup dream. The All Black has spoken of the randomness of his training injury and the tough night he had on Saturday as the reality of it sank in. Overseas, a senior NATO official has admitted that at least 10,000 missiles are unaccounted for in Libya. A German newspaper reports that the chairman of NATO military chiefs expressed his concerns in a secret briefing for German MPs. The admiral says the weapons could end up in the wrong hands, anywhere from Kenya to Afghanistan. He says the missiles present a serious threat to civil aviation. And meanwhile, thousands of Libyans are using a temporary ceasefire between transitional government forces and Gaddafi loyalists to flee Sirte. The local hospital there has taken rocket fire as new regime forces intensify their assault. And floodwaters are slowly receding in many parts of the Philippines after 2 typhoons killed nearly 60 people. Some are still stranded on rooftops, and local officials are appealing for more rescuers and boats to bring them down. Well, those are the headlines. Keep up with the news on Shine TV and online at rima.co.nz. Hey, Konera.